much. James Lledo, amateur MMA fighter from PA, 24 years old, 710 card, fighting out of Stout PGH. No?
No, that's old.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm Algeo MMA and kickboxing and Southside Boxing Club.
excellent. Okay. And you're rated number 5 amateur welterweight in North America and number 1 in New Jersey and New York. I mean, New Jersey and PA. Sorry.
Yeah, correct.
That's really cool. Welcome to our Fighter Files. It's a podcast that we created for Peace Grappler, which is a fightwear company, and we sponsor some athletes. The intent is to expose the life of fighters, its difficulties, struggles, battles, and victories, both in the cage and outside of the cage. So we just wanted to, let's start with, your background, what got you in this. If you could tell us a little bit, that'd be great.
Yeah, I started wrestling in middle school, and that was like my first real kind of experience with any type of combat sports, and I stuck with it up until college. I always wanted to like do MMA, but I didn't meet anybody with those kinds of resources until my sophomore year of college. And then my sophomore year of college that summer is when I started. So, yeah, that was my first year at MMA, and then ever since I started practicing that, I had my first fight. Like, I was just pretty indulged in it, so I never looked back. But my senior year of college, I met Matt Layshock at Southside Boxing, and he really helped me a ton. Like, we started working out, just individual workouts at 5 a.m. and then coming back in the afternoon after I was done wrestling in school. And he really helped me out a ton my last year at college, and then the 2 years after that leading up to present time. But in the summers when I'd come home to King of Prussia, I'd always be at Bill's place and at Algeo MMA and kickboxing. And now that I'm done wrestling in college, it's been like all I do every day. So it's been great. I mean, I loved college wrestling, but this is what I really want to do. So that's how it's been.
So how's your day? Do you spend how many hours do you spend training?
Um, it's pretty much all day. So like, I mean, we were talking about it earlier, me and my training partner, and it was like if you had nothing else you had to do, you'd probably be in the gym all day. So it's just minimizing the stuff that's keeping you out of the gym. Like, I work at the gym. Like, I mean, the only things I'm really doing outside of the gym is like hanging out with my family and like eating and sleeping. And then like most of the time I'm in the gym regardless. Like I just got done over there and then I came back. I'm doing this with you and I'm gonna eat something and probably go back. But I mean, you obviously can't work out at 100% redline yourself all day, but I'm always doing things to get better. So it's pretty much all day.
Yeah, you got to be careful with overtraining, injuries, and etc., which happen all the time, right?
Yeah.
You can't avoid those things. So how supportive is your family when you started doing this?
Um, like when I started, not very supportive, but the more that I started to work towards it, and I kind of I kind of made it seem like, hey, this is all I'm doing. It's not like I'm not gonna just stop doing it because you guys don't want me to do it. And then once they kind of accepted that, and um, honestly, I have Cage Fury to thank because they helped my family see that this is a little bit bigger than they might have thought it's been. Because up until Cage Fury, they'd only really seen me fight in like tents outside of a casino or like convention centers with like 100 people watching. So now that Cage Fury has given me the opportunity, they really see that I'm serious about this, and having it on a big stage helps. So like up until this past 6 months, I'd say they weren't very supportive.
Wow, it's been a while. You've been fighting since we were 21, right?
Yeah, it's coming up on 4 years. So um, yeah, just about like and I'm very grateful for that because I know a lot of people whose parents still aren't supportive, and now that my family is supportive, I feel like I'm making up a lot of ground that a lot of people maybe don't. So I believe in having a good team and a good family that have the same goals as you. And now that they do, I think I'm going to make some serious gains.
Yeah, it's much different with people behind you and supporting you. It's definitely easier, right? So tell me about some of these fights you had. I know you fought Derek, your first fight with Derek, and you armbarred the guy in the first fight. How psyched were you with that?
Yeah, I was pretty psyched because like I really never drilled jujitsu. It was just there. But I mean, yeah, I like to box and I like to strike, but I mean, like slamming somebody and taking their arm home with you is a ton of fun. And like to get a finish in my first fight is that was pretty exhilarating. And it was like I had never gotten that feeling from a wrestling match, so I knew as soon as that happened, I was like, I'm hooked.
Do you train jujitsu as well?
Not often.
Not often. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I saw your last fight with Sean McClough or something like that.
Yeah, Sean
He,
Clayball.
yeah, Clayball. I mean, you definitely showed your wrestling skills there. Dominated the fight on staying on the top, and that was really, that could see very well your style. Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it
incredible.
was like it was a very good fight for me, but I mean, I'm always looking to do better, and obviously something that I can improve from that fight is like once it does go to the ground, like what am I doing? And like finding ways because he was very tricky on bottom. Like he had a good guard, and he was picking like whenever I tried to advance to full mount and stuff, he was doing a good job at moving once I got to that point. So it is getting better at being able to deal with the defense. But I mean, that's something I already started working on. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about it, and that's why like he was number two in the country, and I asked for somebody who was top five, and for him to give me that opportunity, I appreciate it, and for me to get to learn so much just from that one fight, it helps me a ton, and I love to challenge myself, so I'm grateful for that opportunity.
I mean, he's a tough guy. I think his record's still 7-1 or something like that. He only
Yeah, he
lost
was
to
7-0
you.
before we fought, and
Yeah.
he'd never seen a third round. He had all stoppages.
Yeah, exactly. Tough guy. That was a. I don't know how you felt about walking into that match. Were you very confident?
I mean, there's always pre-fight nerves, but I mean, once you're in there, it's just everything you've done leading up to that point kind of takes over you, and you like something I know I'm gonna do next fight is have more trust in that and stop trying to be so much so in control about things that not really in control of. So just next time, definitely trusting what I do because I know like what I do in terms of other guys is a lot more, and I know who's in my team and my circle are helping me so much, and like I know how good I am. So it's just more so about letting myself be that good and stop trying to control so much and just let it happen. But I mean, we all have to get better at that. So I'm just excited for the next one.
Yeah. Well, every fight's different, right?
Absolutely.
Every.
Like my
So
fight before that, I was very confident. I felt like I was on fire. And then this fight, it was just like I was pretty nervous, but I mean, I'm never like scared, but it's like I'm nervous and I was definitely more nervous for this one. But next one, it's just stuff to work on, so I'm happy about it.
I mean, we talk to a lot of fighters, and they tell us like, when they're walking to the cage or the minutes before, they get nervous, but when they get inside the cage, it's total different ball game. Ready for war, right?